Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30 and change. Time for a quick update and a wrap up. Day is over, and we got some interesting stuff going on. We had a pretty sloppy trading day most of the day, not much going on. And range bound sloppy, not much happening at all. The Nvidia sell-off did not materialize. Nvidia's been on the downside, but overall, the market has been holding up pretty darn good. And then we got, I guess, some news came out on that Iranian situation. So that big run, a lot of volatility and crazy stuff going on, and then they materialized into a nice little run up here. V top, very difficult to get in. They try to chase this. You know you're going to get the top, right? But it's hard because you never know when that top comes. But chasing it is as difficult. There's no pullback to get on here unless you were super aggressive. V top, straight back down again, and then they stalled a little bit, went just sideways for a bit, and then a nice little shakeout before they snap back. So it is difficult to trade this, no matter what you say. So V top, V bottoms. In this case, say V bottom right down to the mean and straight back up. I have not. I did try one Nasdaq trade on this way on this whole thing. That was after that first V top. They traded down, pulled back a little bit, start trading higher, start taking that thing lower, right into a tablet in the true range. And I tried a long trade there, figuring that okay, here's your fake out. They were hesitating on back and forth. So I just got out of it with 14 bucks on that trade. And then they took it a little bit lower. That would have been a loser if I stayed in that trade. And then they just went sideways. And then I had the one more leg lower. It is difficult to get on. I mean, if you watch this developing, I mean, you're chasing it and it's swinging wildly back and forth. Difficult trading. It looked very tradable, but you kind of had to be that guy which sells the low, buys the high when it happens. And today would have worked, but that reason I didn't trade it more aggressively is just because of that. Because you try to get on that thing, you never know. Hard to say how it looked on these rotations when it was selling off. But if it swings wildly back and forth, you're chasing the low, you have to fade a lot of heat. You have to have you stop kind of outside of this rotation at the 76s. So you're already like 10 points against you just before you even start. So difficult stuff. Difficult stuff. Overall, though, I won two trades on the ES. One was a shakeout. That one I took myself out because I had to do something. Took the position. That was that little rotation we had up here. So two trades on that one, and on Nasdaq just had one trade got out early on. But that little squirt right there is like 14 bucks. So you kind of have to trade with a bit of caution. I realized that when I took the trade that my stop was literally just outside of this blue line. That was how big. That's my 80 tick stop was. So I was like, they just need to sneeze and knock me out. So I'm not going to try it. Either it develops right away or you're out of it. So right now, though, I would stay on the long side given the day session, how it's developed. And I would probably stay on the long side. They have kind of taken out these areas. If you look at the ES, they have taken out this area of resistance. They're trading right at it now. So if they can hold this area, the 74, 50, 60s, we have a shot at trading higher. Even if Nvidia may not be participating like crazy, they had spectacular earnings, but we definitely put this away. If you can hold above this area, the 74.60s, I think we have a shot at trading higher. If not, if they close below it, we are back range bound. So that's the way I'm looking at it. So we'll see if it's going to be a strong close or if we're going to get some selling into the close. I get a sense that we may get a squeeze into the close on the upside. A little short squeeze going on there, but we'll see. Right now, as you can see, they're just holding a holding pattern, waiting for some direction, and we'll see what happens. Watch the last 10 minutes. That's when you're going to see something happen, up or down. Anyway, so that's kind of where we are on the ES and Nasdaq. So starting from the long side on the Nasdaq and the ES, Nasdaq, as you can see, is also right at this area. The area drew up here this morning. So if I hold above it, we're in a good spot to potentially take this higher. We'll keep our fingers crossed and see if we get some action. So buying weakness, pretty aggressive on taking myself back to range bound if they can't hold these lines. And I would probably say probably the 370 on the ES if they trade below that one, or that imprint at 330. It's a trade below that one, trade below that half-hour shift at M on the Nasdaq, and the ES that print is at 74.45. So if they trade below those two areas, then I think we are just back range bound. Otherwise, we'll start from the long side. On the bond market liked the stuff. They liked whatever news came out, and they've been big run up here into the London close, and they've been sideways, a little rotation down. They're right back up again. I haven't tried to trade it. It's been a bit too volatile. This retail stuff here wasn't quite setting up. Pretty aggressive trade if you want to get on it, but I don't trade it like that. So to the upside, yields coming down a bit. So that's all good and fine. Now the question is really, are they going to be able to hold on to this? So trading the bond market from the long side, ES and Nasdaq from the long side to get started. But it depends on what happens on the news front. If there comes out some bad headline that these guys played the game again, market could be straight back down again. So if they it actually comes to a deal, some sort of a deal, well then market probably going to take off to the upside, but we'll see. I got some serious doubt that's going to develop. So. But that's how where we are. So we're very tradable here in the afternoon. A lot more action than I thought it would see today. I thought it was going to be a range, but I was giving up hope after the half a day passes and sitting here sideways like this. But man, look at this crazy stuff happening. So three trades, two on ES, one on Nasdaq, just up a little bit. So far today. So there you have it. We'll leave it there. I'll see you back tomorrow morning, and tomorrow, Friday, thank God it's Friday, we have consumer sentiment at 10, leading indicators at 10. Nothing at 8:30. So Friday, guys, thank God it's Friday. And just remember, it's Memorial Weekend. So Monday is going to be a short day, not opening the room on Monday, but I will just so you know. So it's a 3-day weekend coming up. So let's see how that Friday is going to develop. Alrighty, guys, I'll leave it there. You have a great evening, and I'll see you back in the morning. Later.